Hello my angels, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have just got home from a crazy day in town. It's been the most mental week, so I really apologise for not having a vlog up on Wednesday. It has just been one of those weeks. Monday, Tuesday, I don't even know. I sort of was in an admin hole, a pit of invoices, admin emails, company accounts, mileage reports. Oh my gosh, grim. Oh, I'm making that sound so grim, but truly it was. And then today I have actually had the most gorgeous day. So you know what, it outweighs. I was at Harrods at 10 AM this morning having a meeting with my wardrobe HQ, and I saw a collection of the most stunning, rare, exotic and super exclusive handbags that they have. So I got to see all of the bags up close, and honestly I've seen my dream handbag. It's a 1960s Hermes Kelly. It's black crocodile with the gold hardware, and it is stunning. It has been worn, which I actually think really makes it rather charming and makes it even better. But anyway, I will continue dreaming because that is not happening this year. Maybe next year. Probably a lot of other things I should invest my money into first, but you know what, it's on the list. It's on the list. Anywho, I then went to the most gorgeous lunch with Gold Collagen at a brand new restaurant that is actually on Kensington High Street. I highly recommend it. It is a traditional Italian restaurant, super bougie inside. The food was, oh, chef's kiss, creme de la creme. We had burrata, we had pastas, we had pizzas. It was so naughty, but it was so delicious. And it was really incredible to hear all about Gold Collagen and the incredible brand, the amazing little bottles, and everything that collagen does for us. So that was really interesting. I then got in the car, rushed home. I just had a very exciting meeting. I can't talk too much about it, but there's so many exciting things coming, and I think you guys are gonna love it a lot. Anyway, I've got 4 very demanding sausage dogs. Very demanding. Odie wants his ball to be kicked around. Look at you. Around the orchard. So you guys have been begging me to do a garden tour, so it's your lucky day. We are going to do a garden tour. I feel like I need to do a garden tour every single month, because to keep up with how these English borders, the roses, the hydrangeas that are a matter of weeks away, we're gonna have to do a garden tour, I think, monthly at this point. It's okay, we're going. They're so bad, we're going. So let's get started. Right, on the kitchen terrace, they've almost slightly gone over, but look at how beautiful these roses are. Just stunning. The vibrant pink, and I wish you could smell these. Yesterday, whilst I was doing my accounts, I was sat in the sunshine here, and I was getting the most heavenly scent of roses, and it was coming from these absolute beauties. So we have so many roses at this time of year, and these are absolutely exquisite. Oh, the wind has just picked up. We have these beautiful trees that are actually potted in the Italian Terrace Pot Company pots. Gosh, how many times are we going to say pots? And then we have these gorgeous Santa Barbara daisies. They're either fleabane or daisies, but they are so pretty when they come out underneath the trees. We have our fire pits out at this time of year, which actually need logs in, but they've actually just been cleaned. Then we have the yellow roses. They're climbing roses, and they go all the way up the house, and they are so stunning. Look at the colour. They are pale yellow with a little pink trim I'm looking for the perfect dress that is actually pale yellow with a slight hint of pink actually. I'm sort of channeling that as my Royal Ascot outfit. Then we have some gorgeous pots, beautiful lilacs, purples. I adore these shell pots, they're stunning. Again, another buy from Travis, which is the garden art company, which I spoke about in my Chelsea Flower Show vlog. Again, more pots. Odie, he's desperate for me to kick his ball. Come on, baby. Now, as a family, we are utterly obsessed with pigs. You can actually see the daisies a little bit more here, but as underbedding, it looks so pretty. Then we have our little flower pot garden. So as you can see, we've got the beautiful water feature, a few more flying pigs, and this is actually one of our herb gardens. So in between the York stone, we plant up lavender, we plant up rosemary, thyme, we have some mint, but we also have, look at these stunning lilac roses. Are they not sensational? So those are just about to bloom. You've got some beautiful buds here. Look at this. Is he not gorgeous? I might even have to come and snip him because he's just hiding in there. So beautiful. Oh, look at this one. Oh my goodness me. Beautiful. This time of year is so special in an English country garden. We've got some lavender, we've got some Dame's violet, we've got wild geranium. Look at these peonies. They are going to be scrumptious. We've got some gorgeous vibrant yellow. My goodness me, what is this? I believe they're called candlebush. Isn't that beautiful? It's a medicinal tree, which is amazing. Honestly, it never ceases to amaze me what we have in this garden. So that little blue door goes through to the orchard, but I just want to show you the borders. Look at those boys. Now, for anybody that asks us why we have netting over our water features, this is why. This is why we have very naughty saucisses. Odie, you love to live life dangerously. What are you doing? What are you doing, you little pickles? Come on then, let's go and show everybody around. Let's go and show everybody around. So in most areas of the garden, we do like to have a beautiful seating area, somewhere that you can just take everything in, absorb the smell, just, you know what, take 5 minutes out, have some peace and quiet. Then we have the English borders. So this is an abundance of colour. So underneath we have some beautiful lavender for the scent, we have some more Dame's violet, we have geraniums. Look at the colour, aren't they beautiful? At the back there we have some more pink roses. Odie, we're showing everybody around the garden. Please, can you be quiet? He's just staring at me with his ball. Then look at the size of these alliums. Some of them are even bigger than my hand. Aren't they incredible? The detail is so, so beautiful. And then we come to one of our pergolas. Now it is adorned in white roses at the moment. The wisteria is still hanging on in there. Doesn't it look remarkable? Just so, so beautiful. We've got pink and white roses climbing over the top of it. And it is such a special place to dine in the evenings. As you can see, the sun is setting on the table. We do also have a very, very pretty pot inside that we actually planted for the coronation party. So very royal colours. But don't they look pretty? We do also have a gorgeous little console at the back there. Hopefully the lighting will sort itself out. I have a beautiful statue and a mirror which just reflects light and creates a little bit more light there back on the flint wall. But to give you an idea of what it feels like on the inside, it is magical. So, so magical. The wisteria just coming through, a few little roses coming through, and it is the prettiest of lilac purples. This is one of my favourite places in the garden. I shouldn't say that, but it is. Golly me, it is so, so beautiful. Also have some rosemary just down here. And Lord Odie von Lothenthal. Get your ball. Get your ball. Bring it here. So just before we go down that border, I just want to show you the rose arbor. Now, it hasn't completely bloomed yet. However, the yellow roses have. So the arbor starts, as you can see, just up here. We have a whole run of lavender, and we have roses literally climbing the whole way down either side of the building and of course on the arbor. Now, these haven't quite flourished yet, but these will be a beautiful vibrant pink. Then we have gorgeous whites, ivories, pale pinks. Look at the yellow. It's just a pale, pale lemon colour that has bloomed at the top there. They are so pretty. They're tiny, tiny little roses, but they are so, so beautiful. And as you can see, they go all the way over the top, and then they go all the way down the end of the arbor. Now, this truly is one of the most breathtaking sights when the whole arbor is in bloom, so I will most certainly show you that. So let's continue down the border. Oh, I see a little sausage. What are you doing in here? What are you doing? You look guilty. Wiggy, are you guilty? That's most certainly a yes. So, we have more alliums, we have some roses back there. Gosh, this is where I really want to get in here and just show you the colours. Look at that beautiful one at the back there. I hope you can see that. I must be covering it up with my shadow. Got so much of this stunning Dame's Violet. It is so beautiful, especially in a herbaceous border. Again, more enormous alliums. And it just, the list goes on. And as I said, every single month the colours tend to change. They always sort of, oh my goodness me, I've just spotted something absolutely stunning. Oh, look at these. Now, I believe these are purple clematis, but I could be wrong. As you guys know, this really is not my forte. But are they not so beautiful? Look at the detail on the petals. I'm really standing right in the middle of the light. So the shadow of my arm is really not helping here. They are so stunning. Honestly, every single part of this garden is so magical. There are so many little spots and nooks and crannies that we can go and explore. I can't wait for the foxgloves to come out. Anyway, let's go and take a little spin of the orchard. So since last time, since my last vlog, we have cut back the jasmine, so at least we can walk through the little pathway, and we have also had a little bit of a tidy around the orchard. As you can see, we still have the most stunning array of cow parsley. I'm sorry, we're going to have to multitask here, because if I'm in the orchard with a ball, we have to kick it for the sausages. Now, in this orchard, we have pear trees, plum trees, apple trees, quince, we have chestnut, we have walnut, we have pears. Did I already say pears? Anyway, you get the gist. Odie, that is really rather naughty. It is honestly incredible in here, and in the mornings is quite possibly one of the most special times to come around the orchard. The bird song is almost deafening, and we have a very, very special little spot over here, which is one of my favourite places of the garden to sit with a cup of coffee in the morning and just listen to the bird song. Not you. We do not want to listen to you. You're very demanding. You're like your father. Oh, so naughty. Anyway, as you can see, we have planted the orchard with wildflowers. So look at these. Aren't they pretty? So pretty. And as it is, well, we've just come out of no mow May, but we do tend to like to keep it a little bit more wild in these summer months because there's so much nature. There are so many little creepy crawlies. We've got bees, we've got little field mice. The sausages tend to like to try and find the field mice, but they're not quick enough, thankfully. And then we've got all of these trees. Now these are actually apples. I can't tell you how many different variations of apple trees we have in here. We do also have the most sensational plum trees, but we have a plum thief. Where is he? Here he comes. Here is my plum thief. Here he comes. This is Wiggy, my little plum thief. You are Mummy's little plum thief. Yes, he comes down here and he steals the plums. He depips them himself. And he eats them all. That is why we're not doing very well on the waistline. We still have spring rolls. We're not quite got our summer body yet. I'm going to spin the camera around for a moment. So I truly hope you guys are getting a little bit of a sense of how magical this really is. Honestly, to have an orchard like this is genuinely a dream come true. To have the boys running around with me, this is their favourite place to come. We just come out here, we play with the ball, chuck the ball in the long grass, and they love it. And especially during these months, we can literally just walk around and pick fruit off of the trees and eat it. You know, there is nothing wrong with a little bit of dirt, and as long as there are no worms in there, because I have been very unlucky a few times where I've bitten into something and I've eaten a worm. Lovely, charming. Anyway, we're now getting down to, personally, I think, well, it's a very emotional place in the garden. And I know it sounds a little bit morbid, and I've spoken about my grandmother before, but she was the most remarkable woman and she adored gardening. I have never, to this day, even with the rose collection we have in Mallorca, I have never seen roses like my grandparents. My grandfather, it was his pride and joy, and my grandmother deadheaded everything to perfection. And so gardening was really their thing, and I feel like it's filtered through the family, certainly through my mother, and now hopefully through me. I need to get my fingers a little bit more green, I would say. Anyway, sadly when she passed, we, a couple of years later, actually sold her home, which, you know, is such a hard thing to do, but we didn't need it, and a beautiful family bought it. And anyway, a bit naughty, we picked a few of the bluebells and we took, really naughty, I hope they're not watching this, one of the little trees. We still owned it at that point, and we replanted the tree at the very bottom of the orchard, and this is her tree. So we have this beautiful tree. I'm not actually very sure what the tree is. It is a very young tree, hence why we were even able to take it with us. And we also planted the little bluebells. So obviously we are now a little bit later in the season. The bluebells were in bloom, I would say, a month ago, if not sort of 6 weeks ago. So they're not here at the moment, but this is the tree. And we have the most gorgeous little bench here. So I literally go from one spot in the garden to another with normally a cup of coffee, and 4 sausage dogs. I just sit here and, you know what, I let the world go by. I think about how lucky I am. I think about how fortunate I am to have my health, my happiness, my family, and just actually think about, you know what, the small things that are huge things. I hope that makes sense. You know what, the little things that we take for granted, that are mostly in life for free, that if we didn't have those things, we wouldn't be here. Gosh, this vlog is getting deep. But yeah, I actually get so emotional sat here. It's such a special place, and I find it so moving and it's so peaceful. Like literally, I hope you can hear me because there is no noise here apart from birds singing, the odd gunshot or two. I'm not sure who that is. And normally a few little squealing sausages for me to throw their balls. Raffy, are you by Grandma's tree? at Raffy Nose. You're by Grandma's tree. Come here. Hi. Raffy knows that that's Grandma's tree. Anyway, let's move on swiftly because we've still got really rather a lot of the garden to do. I'm not sure whether I should split the garden up into a couple of vlogs because there is really quite a lot to show you. Look at these boys. Hi! What are you doing? I'm going to spin you guys around and trot you through the rest of the orchard. Come on then. You lead the way, Wiggs. Wiggs, we're going to go this way. We're going to go this way. Come on, boys, this way. So as you can see, we mow lots of different pathways around the orchard, which just makes it fun and gorgeous so that you can actually see all the flowers and take it all in. Now this tree is one of my favourites in the entire garden, and in the spring the blossom on this is truly astounding, and I mean astounding. I will actually insert a picture on the screen just so that you guys can see what I'm talking about, and just to see that from these green leaves and the dark bark there is magic behind it. So let's continue walking. So these are actually all apples. We have a few pears. As I said, the plums are outrageously delicious. Now this is such a special little place. You know what, we created a little bit of a dining room in here. So do you know what, I'm not actually quite sure what that is growing up there, but it also has the most amazing roses growing up. As you can see, they haven't quite flowered yet. It doesn't get quite as much sun as the borders, so it hasn't quite, all the buds are here, so the roses will hopefully quickly follow. Again, we have all of these beautiful flowers. So we actually designed this area in the orchard to be an outdoor dining room. We actually bought a little electric trolley so that we could bring all the food and the wine down to sit down in the orchard in the evening. Look at the sweet mock orange behind it. Now, I've never wanted you to be able to smell something quite as much as I want you to smell this. The scent is phenomenal. Honestly, look at Mr. B. It is so pretty. It is the most heavenly, sweetest smell, and it's just so magical at this time of day. Right, let's keep walking. So it is actually, in fact, 7:15. So we really do have the sun coming down, hence why there are a lot of shadows. And you can see my shadow walking absolutely everywhere. Come on, boys, this way. A little bit of a rough and tumble. Come on then, boys, let's go. They absolutely love it. I truly hope you guys are as loving this as much. Look at Lancelot. Honestly, he keeps Odie young, I'll tell you that. He does the zoomies and he's so fast. So fast. Oh, look at the pink. Look at this tree here. Hopefully the light will sort itself out and you'll be able to see the colour. This beautiful tree. Look at that. So pretty. Right, we could either walk through this little pretty gate here or we can walk down. Let's look at him. Look, he's like a little hare. And he goes through the grass. Lord! He has so much fun going through the long grass. Come on then! Also have to be so careful with dogs, especially Dachshunds, because they're so close to the ground. Ticks this time of year. As you can see, he's having a whale of a time in there. Come on! What are you doing? Let's go. What are you doing? Are you safarying? Oh, shaky. And off he goes again. He is a hunter. He is mousing. Are you mousing? Oh, they are so delicious. So, as they are safarying around the orchard, these are a few more roses. Aren't they so pretty? So, so pretty. They are on the cusp of exploding. And the older gentleman over here being a lot more civilized. Then we have a few more roses. These are actually Ragusa roses. That's what my mother always tells me. So they're actually native to China. Very interesting. Look at them. They're really different actually. Very, very, very pretty. Really rather delicate. And not as many petals as a normal rose. Or an English rose, I should say. So gorgeous. The birds are in full song at the moment. I seem to have lost 2 sausages. I have 1, 2, 3 and 4 are still foraging. They are safaring, little people. I am so sorry for my dog voice, and any of you that absolutely hate it, well, unsubscribe, don't watch, because I'm just me and I absolutely adore my dogs, and I'm a crazy sausage dog lady. Now, where are they? Do you know what? We're going to go without them. I'm going to take the older 2 and we are going to go to the front garden. Oh, I can hear rustling. No, do you know what? I'm going to let them have fun in here. So let's go and take a little look at the front garden. Now we have just planted a hedge, which I am so upset. Like, I am genuinely devastated. I cried when I came home and they had already done it. Now, in order to get the hedge and the new wall in, sorry, just opening up the gate, we had to, well, I say we, my gardening team, had to rip out one of the most established, most beautiful English borders that we have at this house. And unfortunately, they were unable to save the majority of it. I honestly, I've never seen foxgloves like it. They were taller than me. They were so vibrant, so beautiful. Again, I will insert another picture here because they were breathtaking. And anyway, they've all been ripped out. So we are actually looking to replace that whole border, which will actually be a really gorgeous and exciting project. Anyway, we still have this stunning, stunning English border. So we have some more roses that haven't quite bloomed yet. We've got some more Dame's Violet. Now this actual border isn't quite as far along as the other one. More alliums. These pretty little pink petals down here. Now this is actually where we have the iris. As you can see, it's a deep, deep purple. It is so beautiful. Not quite sure when they are going to come out. Not sure. In a couple more weeks, all the roses will be fully in bloom, and this garden is incredible. Oh, look at this. Oh, she's beautiful. Now this is one of my favorite flowers, or plants I should say, in the entire world. It is so intricate, it is so pretty, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is a pink foxglove. Some call them lady gloves, but they are not exquisite. So, so beautiful. Again, look at these roses. Now that is a remarkable David Austin rose. Oh, little birdies are very loud this evening. So, so beautiful. This is where the majority of the roses are in the garden, and it's such a pretty little area. Marcus was out here with his hedge and bull trimmer. I would say he's done a very good job, wouldn't you? Very, very good. These are such vibrant, dark, deep red roses. This is such a special little place in the garden. Just walking underneath our conker tree, it is absolutely enormous and truly remarkable. Honestly, it is humongous, and it has the most stunning white flowers on it. I'm not quite sure what you call them. They've just gone over, but if you can see that, they have the most stunning, almost like marshmallows all across the tree. And of course, we get the conkers. It's another thing the dogs like to steal, bring into the house and then make an absolute mess. But it's such a magical tree. And whenever my niece and nephew come over, we have a beautiful little swing, and we swing on the tree, which is so special. Right, let's now walk in front of the house and show you the little magical Wonderland garden. Now this is one of my favourite gardens, and it's so magical. So we have this little pathway, it's Raffy, and we have alliums, we have another enormous tree, gorgeous flowers. The hydrangea is actually just being watered, please excuse that. They needed a good drink. Odie, what do you think? What do you think of the flowers? You've got a leaf stuck to your paw. Do you need Mummy to help you with that? Come here then. You need to take this off. Oh, there we go. Okay, off you go. It's so delicious. So this is our water feature. So this is one of the larger water features we have, and it is so stunning. It's rustic, it's magical. You obviously have the sound of the water, which is so calming, and inside we have water lilies. So they are just sticking out. They haven't quite flowered yet, and when they do, it is so special. Do actually have a few little fishies in here. And then the water feature goes down, and actually underneath these two enormous slabs of Yorkshire stone. We actually went up to Yorkshire to go and look at these two pieces because we actually needed two enormous slabs of them, and they were perfect. So the water comes underneath, and we do have little goldfish in here. It does actually need a little bit of a clean. We have a little vacuum that goes in there. Where are you, little fishies? I think they're hiding under the bridge. I had to show you these vibrant rhododendrons, and are they not breathtaking? Look at this, look at Mr. Bumblebee. Hopefully we don't disturb him. But look at that. He's working his magic in there. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely amazing. And then in here is our courtyard garden. Now you guys have seen this quite a lot in recent vlogs. Now this is where we host our parties. It's just such an incredible outdoor dining space. It's so beautiful with the trees, the garden, the fountain, the stunning wisteria and jasmine that grows over the top of the pergola. And again, I mean, look at those alliums. They are truly remarkable, and we have so much fun in here. Possibly a little bit too much fun, if I'm honest. Yes, I'd hate to admit how many times I've been up and down that table thinking it was a catwalk. So naughty, but so true. We have our outdoor seating here, and then we have the beautiful little fountain here. Now I think I actually spoke about this fountain on one of Josie's vlogs. Gosh, I think it must be like a year ago, almost like I think it was last summer, and I showed Josie around the courtyard garden, and she said, oh, I've been wanting to do a fountain like that with the ironmongery coming out of the stone. And so I told her the story, and I think she went home and said to Charlie, we need to do the same. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful water feature. We went to Ile de Sooooo, we call it Ile de Sooooo in France, and if you actually have a look up close, it has this beautiful engraving of a farmer, his dog, sheep and a tree. It's the most amazing story. The farmer that was born in this house, he actually still farms the land. So he is the sheep farmer. So when you see the little sheepies on my vlogs, he's our farmer and he farms our land. So when we saw this little fountain, we thought, we have to buy it. It's Robert. So the farmer's called Robert. And yeah, he's a sheep farmer. He comes with his dog. He's this old guy. I hope he doesn't mind me calling him old. He's sort of like, he's now in his late 80s, early 90s, and he comes around with his stick still, hat on, and he's the most incredible man. Anyway, we saw the fountain and we thought we just have to place it in the courtyard garden, and it will be a wonderful testament to him. And when we finally got it in and the garden really picked up and it started to all come together, we invited Robert and his entire family. Meanwhile, Robert literally was born here. We showed him around the house, we showed him what we did with the house, and we showed him the courtyard garden with the fountain, and he cried, which was so special. Anyway, gosh, we're getting really into story time here, and we've got a little bit more of the garden to go. I am going to save the rose garden over the other side, because otherwise I think this vlog is going to be 10 hours long, and I probably lost the majority of you already. But if you're still here, congratulations and thank you. Let's keep walking around the garden. Around the edges of the courtyard, we have all the beds planted up and more flowers. More roses, more roses. So pretty, stunning little statues. This was actually one of my grandmother's. So beautiful. More alliums. Have a few of our olive trees, and the olives have beautiful daisies. Now we've got rosemary, which is perfect. So heavenly. Gosh, the scent of that rosemary is incredible. And then we have the daisies, and then we have our little olive trees in their little pots. It's another really gorgeous area to sit, have a cup of coffee, or even have a glass of champagne. And this is our fire pit. So this is where we sat around in the evening for Mark's 40th birthday. It's such a fab thing to have, honestly, for an evening where it's a little bit chilly, the sun's gone down, and it's such a glorious fire to sit around. We have some pink petunias in here. Don't they look beautiful? Gosh, this light is absolutely heavenly. Absolutely heavenly, isn't it, Raffy? Isn't it, my little Raff bag? My little Raff bag. Come on then, let's show everybody the pool terrace.
I just found these two naughty people. Wiggy, Wiggy, where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been? You're really awful. You don't even listen to Mummy, do you? No, you don't listen to me? Absolutely horrific people. Horrific.
Come on then. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have some more roses. Gosh, it is never ending. Are they not stunning? Look at the pale yellow centres and just the stunning petals. So many different variations. Now this is where I need to go to gardening school. I need to understand and learn all the different roses. And then I'll be able to give you a whole nother tour and tell you a little bit more about the garden. But for now, I'm just waffling on and telling you the things that I do know. So this is our pool terrace. So we have the sun lounges, we have the pots, and these have hydrangeas in, and they are so beautiful. But we also have the roses, and they are in full bloom. Now look at this. Is she not beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. So stunning. And again, this has climbing wisteria over the top of the pergola. It has slightly gone over, but as you can see, it is so pretty and such a magical place to come and sit and sunbathe on those rare occasions in the UK that it is hot enough. I have been told, a little birdie, which is BBC News, has told me that it is actually going to be a heat wave this weekend. I am really rather devastated because I'm actually off to Mallorca. I leave for Mallorca tomorrow morning at about 6 AM. And that is why I wanted to show you the beautiful roses, because I think some of them might have gone over, but even the beds have these beautiful little vibrant flowers. Again, we've got more lavender, and then all the beautiful little pretty flowers. We have our dancing hares, and then the fields. We've got our rural path that John very kindly mows for us, because as we have Dachshunds with 1-inch legs, they can't run through the long grass. So we mow a path and then we're able to walk all the way around the field and into the wood together, which is just gorgeous. So we are actually back round where we started. There's Odie. I've actually placed one of his balls in that bed. He still remembers. Gosh, he drives me insane with the ball. Gosh, we have some more petunias in here. Good colour. Look at the vibrant purples. Are they not stunning? Gosh, honestly, this makes me so happy. Sorry, it suddenly occurred to me that you were staring at a lawn. Not very interesting. As I was saying, that after a crazy day of the hustle and bustle in town, to be able to come home and just walk around the orchard with bare feet, listen to the birds, just turn my phone on silent for 10 minutes. It helps me so much. So if any of you have the opportunity even to go to the park or go to a tiny little green spot or even your gardens, take your shoes off, get your feet in the grass, listen to the birds, take a load of deep breaths, and trust me, you will feel so much better. Anyway, I'm going to walk up to the house. I tell you what, on such a glorious evening, why don't we walk over and see the horses? I've got 2 of my brood mares over in the fields, and you guys haven't actually met them yet. You're dying to see the horses. So do you know what? Let's go and meet. We have Golden Star and we have Eternity. I'm just going to collect a few carrots and then we'll go and meet the brood mares. Well, the sun is setting over the field, so a little bit difficult to see, but the girls are out in the back field. Let's go and take a little walk and go and see them. So as I was saying before, we have all of our broodmares and the babies at home. My babies are now 3 years old. So the babies have actually just left to start their education. So they actually go to Oakingham Stud. Oakingham do all of our insemination, all the foaling, and they do all the handling when the babies are sort of 3. We have 2 colts and a filly, and the colts can be really rather boisterous. So it's not very fun to try and deal with that yourself. So we have, oh my goodness! We have the horses just trotting over. I'll spin the camera around just so that you can see them. I'm sorry about the sun setting. Hi girls! Oh my gosh, my precious baby girls. So they are actually not in foal. If you look at their tummies, you would think differently. Golden Star looks like she's about to explode with triplets. Yes, she rather enjoys her food, Mummy. Rather enjoys her food. So here are the girls. So this is Eternity. Say hi to everybody, baby. Oh, she loves the carrots. Eternity has actually had 3 foals, and this is Golden Star. She's absolutely beautiful. They are the sweetest mares. So sweet, and I actually like to keep their forelocks long, especially at this time of year, because it helps with the flies. Doesn't it, sweetheart? Doesn't it? Are you saying hello to everybody? Are you saying hello? Gosh, you girls are just gorgeous. So Eternity is actually out of an Olympic sire called Verdi. So she is extremely well bred. She's had 3 foals, of which one of them is 6, and she's currently competing at like 130 level. She is also the boss, as you can tell. And her little minion over here is the sweetest little natured horse. She is quite little, but my, is she mighty. Look, they're after the carrots. I am, ooh, girls, no fighting and biting back there, please. I am so lucky to be able to have horses at home. As you guys know, I was a professional show jumper, and these horses are really rather different to my competing horses, but just still having the horsey, you know, feeling. You can come out here and just be able to just switch off, see them, spend some time with them. My little carrot. Can't stop before she steals it. Before she steals it. Oh, excuse me, that was my watch. Do not nibble my watch, please, otherwise we're in big trouble. Come here, another little carrot. Please do not feed your horses like this at home. Please feed carrots to horses with a flat hand, not like I'm doing. They're so sweet, apart from to each other. Yes, you're rather naughty. Come here, Golden Star. You girls are so gorgeous. Mummy loves you so much, so much. Huh? You're saying hello to everybody? Yeah. I am so lucky to still be able to have human-horse interaction, feeling, and they're so special. I've actually finished their broodmare career as such, and they will actually not have any more babies. They've had enough babies. We also don't need any more babies, considering I'm not riding at the moment. Gosh, when I get enough time, when the babies are old enough and are sane and are not going to buck me off, excuse me you two, be polite please. I'll hope that I will get on them one day, and it will be so special to be able to ride a homebred and more importantly, one of their babies. What do you think? Should I ride one of your babies? Ride one of your babies? I'd love to ride one of your babies. Yeah. So Golden Star's youngest one is out of Diamant de Semilly, which is a very, very exceptional stallion, and he is so naughty. Excuse me, that was teeth. That was teeth. No, that's very naughty. They're so naughty. And when he was a foal, he literally used to just cant around, do a little circle, do a circle, pop! Over the fence, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, thinking that he's gonna cut himself and the vet's bills and the price of him, and honestly, he was so naughty, and he used to just give me a heart attack. And then one day we moved the boys over to the other side of the hedge, so we always used to have colts, and obviously they are still intact. Essentially they are stallions, so boys with their bulls. Gosh, we're getting really down and dirty here. And we would have the fillies on the other side of the hedge. Now, as you can see, we have a galleyway in the middle, so no horses can literally smell or see one another, which is the safest way to have it, especially here at the stud. And Maximus, so we called one of them Marcus because he was born on the 21st of May, which is Marcus's birthday. And Maximus would leave his mate, Marcus, just chilling in his field, and he would literally canter, pop bounce the fence, over the hedge, and get into the filly field and just, you know, prance in front of them and have a bit of fun. And the havoc, you could hear it from the house that they had got into the mare's fields. Honestly, Mark would just be so chilled and so calm, just go and catch him, bring him round. I, on the other hand, would be a headless chicken thinking, oh my goodness me, it's gonna be a disaster. But yes, your children, your babies, are so naughty, but so talented. I cannot wait. I can't wait to sit on them myself. So I personally think Clara is actually our best one. She's 5. Sort of early part of her career is taking a little bit longer because she was so quirky and she has so much blood. It's taken about a year to break her. And now she's actually going to one of my best friends, Becky Marsh, who is near Manchester. Hi, gorgeous. She's trying to say hello. Sorry. We'll come this way just so that we can give them a bit of attention. And so Bex is now having her. Becky was my bridesmaid. She's also the most incredibly talented show jumper. Nations Cup, she rode the Cock of the North. I think she was placed top 5 Cock of the North, which is probably one of the biggest tracks worldwide. And she is going to be producing Clara, which is so exciting and just really lovely that I can almost keep it in the family, which is so, so nice. But I think she's one. Are you saying hello? She's one that will probably sell quite quickly. I'm not keen to sell her, but you know what? We have so many horses. These guys are going absolutely nowhere. They are, you know what? I owe them a really, really lovely retirement. They've made some incredible babies. We do, however, need to get this one on a diet. Golden Star. I mean, I'm bad, but that's horrendous, my darling. We need to go on a major diet. I've not got any more. I think I might have a little tip, but you can't let her see you. Don't let her see you. Don't let her see you. No. Oh, shh. Anyway, I just wanted to come over here and introduce you guys to the broodmares. I know you've been asking to meet the horses for so long. We are also going to go over to see Becky when Clara arrives at her place. Her setup is absolutely gorgeous. And then one day we're going to go over and see Innes, who has my horse of a lifetime, JB, who won the Saint-Tropez Grand Prix, Monaco Grand Prix. We placed top 3 in Cannes. He won Wiesbaden, he won Eschweiler. This horse has won more Grand Prix than you can shake a stick at. He is absolutely incredible, so I will go and introduce you to him. Oh, big a huff and a puff. Right, you guys have met the girl. I've got no more carrots, so that's it from us.